Storm Team 2 has been busy over the past 2 weeks with tropical storms Hermine and Julia. In this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I sit down with Channel 2 meteorologist Josh Marthers. Let me just talk about the obvious. Julia.
Julia is a pain in the neck.
Yes.
Still hanging out. Here it is. We're Monday. You know, it's funny. About a week before this tropical storm hit, I mentioned that I was like, you know, there's probably going to be a tropical wave or kind of an ingestion, so to speak, of tropical moisture into the forecast for last week, and it happened to get a name, which, you know, there's some debate on that,
right.
but whatever, that's beside the point. Either way, it didn't really change what we got here. We knew we were going to get some rain last week, and we got it,
right.
Some 3 to 6 inches in spots. I still think the bigger weather story here of all this over the past few weeks is Hermine.
Right.
I mean, that was a well forecast system. Caused some controversies. It was coming across the Atlantic. Some people thought that it was going to come right in the southeast coast.
Right.
That didn't make sense to me. It never happened that way. It did exactly what I thought it was going to do, go into the Gulf of Mexico, then be a problem a week later. And sure enough, we had a problem on the Big Bend of Florida, and then we got the wind out of it. You know, that was really the strongest tropical impact that we've had here in the Low Country since Gaston and Charlie.
Right.
So it's been a while since we've seen that. And I think it caught some of the newcomers a little by surprise. Didn't quite know what to expect. That was a minimal tropical storm,
right.
And it kind of rattled the cages of a few folks, I think. So just imagine what that would be like if it was a hurricane.
And Rafael actually tracked Hermine all the way from Africa.
Yeah, we started that, and that was the wave that got some attention, and it felt like it was just getting way more attention than it deserved the first week. It was the second week. That's when we were like, you know, we don't need to be worried about this right now. It's when it gets into the Gulf that's it's a problem. It'll be a week later. Until then, just kind of relax and enjoy your weekend. But some other media outlets and social media and stuff got people fired up about a week too soon, and then by the time it was here, I think people had already discounted it, and that's one of the frustrating things about having so much information out at times where you have to say, no, it's not really a problem yet. It'll be a problem next week, not that particular week.
And a lot, well, you know, Hermine was discounted because it quickly moved out of here.
It was a fast mover, but you know, it was a well-behaved storm. It did exactly what we thought it was going to do. And you know, the thing is, when you're dealing with tropical systems, I like them to be well-behaved. And the good news is, as time goes on, we're getting better. Our technology is getting better. Most of them are pretty well behaved now. There are only minor little things that change in the forecast now that can happen up to the lead up to it. But in general, it performed exactly as we expected.
Speaking of time, how long will Julia last?
It's going into North Carolina now here in the next little bit, and this thing's out of here. We're just going to get some leftover rain from an old frontal boundary for the rest of the week, but that's about it.
What's the next storm that you actually tracking?
We got Carl out there right now. That's possibly headed to Bermuda. Won't be a threat to the U.S. mainland, is how it looks to me right now. Then there's going to be another one that's probably named later today or tomorrow. That one would be Lisa. That's off the Cape Verde Islands, so just off of Africa. That's also going to be a fish storm. It's going to turn to the north pretty quickly and move away from land, is how it looks to me.
Wow. Meteorologist Josh Marthers, thank you so much.
You bet, Quintin.
I appreciate it.
It's good to see you, buddy.
You too.